Hello, one and all. Welcome to this edition of Kitz Corner. It's been a fantastic day so far as we're doing it remotely still. And we're covering a bit of the DNC because sadly, regretfully, but I did it anyway because of you guys. I watched a bit of it and I regret it. I regret it in the fact that it was just empty. It was just vapid. It was just an empty gesture. It was basically what Orwell warned us that it was, this is the circus. They fed you bread in a circus. Now you can't revolt. And considering the fact that Kamala Harris is accepting the nomination for the fact that she was just given the nomination, there was no primary, there was no way for people to vote her in. She wasn't even voted in. So for her to accept the nomination for just the establishment just decide, hey, we'll throw you a bone, it's just absolutely stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And it's amazing that people are not seeing this through. It's amazing. Obviously, the people at the DNC are deep insiders of the political party. They don't really even care. And all this is just, vapid. All this is just vapid. And luckily, there's been commentators like Jimmy Dore and Due Dissidence and Kit Cabello of Hard Lens Media that have been covering this. So at least I can enjoy that factor because if it wasn't for them covering, if I was just watching the DNC as programmed, holy crap, I would have gave myself an abortion. So here's something fascinating, though. Fascinating and also just painfully dreadful that I want to cover here is Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, who is at this convention, even though they still call him an independent, he is a full-on Democrat. He is a full-blown kiss ass, sucking on Joe Biden's teat Democrat. And this is just embarrassing for him in the fact that for as long as I knew about him, that he has always called for a revolution. He always called for, standing up to these political dynasties and the political parties, stand up to corporate ocracy that's taken over these political parties. We need to revolt. That was something that he has always said. And he has done none of that. None of that. In fact, every point in turn, every opportunity they had to start a revolution, he stabbed people in the back. He stabbed people in the back. And there's a reason why people in 2016 that went for Bernie Sanders and then Bernie Sanders went to endorse Hillary Clinton, they went for Trump. They didn't listen to Bernie. They didn't listen to Bernie then. They didn't listen to Bernie when he said, well, Joe Biden is a friend of mine. You're not going to listen to them. And now here he is doing the exact same goddamn rhetoric, which is why it's so painful, doing the exact same rhetoric that he's been doing his entire life, but never actually does it. Never actually does it. So listen to this.
At the very top of that to-do list is the need to get big money out of our political process. Billionaires in both parties should not be able to buy elections, including primary elections.
Where do you think you are, Bernie? Where do you think you are? Okay? This is not a rally in a park filled with blue collar workers. You are at the Democrat convention filled with billionaires. And you're telling to them that billionaires should not be buying politics, not buying elections. I feel like this is what pisses me off. And this is why I, like so many other people, just are done with Bernie, are done with the squad, are done with all this crap, done with the Justice Democrats. Because all you guys do is run around in the goddamn same track, the same rhetoric, time and time and time and time and time again, but you don't do anything. You're never going to do anything. Because if Bernie Sanders actually meant what he said, he would not be there. He would not be part of the DNC. He would be an actual independent, and he's terrified of that. So he's doing this to kiss up to the establishment. He's kissing up to the billionaires by pretending to wag the finger and say, I don't think you guys should exist. And here's how I know. This is how I know it's complete hypocritical crap. Because after Bernie Sanders, the next speaker following Bernie Sanders, after he said billionaires should not be buying elections, is this guy, J.B. Pritzker of Illinois. This guy, not only is he like a fairly wealthy man, he is so rich that he doesn't even have to run an election. He could just buy the entire state of Illinois and become this grand emperor. Like, this guy is filthy rich. And not only is he filthy rich, he's going to brag about it at the DNC. After Bernie Sanders said that billionaires should not be buying elections, here's a billionaire about to brag about that. So is Bernie going to go after J.D. Pritzker? Is Bernie going to go after the super delegates sitting in the back of the convention? No! Of course not. Because how else would Bernie Sanders get his claim glory at the Democrat convention? And even his supporters know it's complete crap. So here's J.D. Pritzker.
Trump thinks that we should trust him on the economy because he claims to be very rich. But take it from an actual billionaire.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. They're laughing. They're applauding.
In only one thing.
They're laughing and applauding. Ha ha ha. We're bought too. Ah. Remember when we said we cared about getting dark money out of politics? Yay! He's a good billionaire. He's like a cuddly Jeff Bezos. Yay! The fact that they're applauding this, they're applauding and laughing along to that, is embarrassing. It's awful. Like I said, see the clips here. Like I didn't even really watch the full thing because let's face it, no working class person is going to stay up for 4 hours each and every night to listen to these goons. No working class person. No, the working Jane and Joe that has to get up every morning, the crack of dawn, and break their back to make an income so they can survive in this country. None of them are going to sit and stay for 4 hours of this crap. So I didn't even watch the full thing. I've just been seeing clips here and there, and seeing the coverage. Like I said, Jimmy Dore's been covering it, and Hardlands Media, Due Distance. There's a few other people that have been commenting on it. And thank God for the color commentary, because holy crap, this is just gut wrenching. And this is why, because I know this is all crap. I know this is all complete useless, idiotic crap. And the people that are in that audience that are laughing are dementally brainwashed. They are so sucked into the blue and on Kool-Aid that they don't even see the problem that's right in front of them. Right in goddamn front of them. This right here, this man should not be part of this. After you just heard Bernie Sanders say, we should not have billionaires buying up politicians. We should not have billionaires buying up elections. Here's a billionaire. And he's bragging about it. I thought you didn't want them involved in politics. Oh, it's okay. It's okay that a billionaire is buying out your democracy. It's okay that a billionaire is going to ruin your lives because it's a billionaire for the blue, not for the red. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And not only that is it frustrating to see that, But it's also frustrating that, and this is where it really, really picks a nerve with me, is you get people like Michelle Obama here and so many other like wealthy celebrities that appeared at the DNC that tried to pitch themselves as kind of a rag to riches story, like how they grew up in a time where things were pretty bad and they didn't have much, and oh, I knew what it was like to be working poor. Now they are wealthy multimillionaires with many contracts and many estates and properties all across America. And they're trying to use that rag to riches story to, again, manipulate voters and people in that audience to think that they actually give a damn about working class people. Here's Michelle Obama saying her parents were very suspicious of folks who took more than they needed. She has three houses and $160 million net worth. The Obamas have multiple properties. They have like a 48-acre estate in Martha's Vineyard. They have properties in Hawaii that they broke federal environmental laws to put up a seawall. They didn't care about that. And they also have a multi-million-dollar estate in Chicago. And they want to destroy part of Chicago. They want to build that, Obama library that screwed over the city. They didn't care about that. They don't care about the working class people. But here's Michelle Obama. It's like reading a Lifetime movie script she's about to do here about the rag to riches story. I know what it's like to be poor. I'm just like you. Except most of the people that are working class are not like her. They don't have business deals with Netflix. They're not partying with Meghan and Harry. They're not going to all these lucrative parties with A-list celebrities. They don't have Beyonce showing up at their birthday parties. They're working 9 to 5 and paycheck to paycheck to put food on the table that your administration, Joe Biden's administration, the Trump administration, the Bush administration, the Clinton administration, pretty much everyone since Ronald Reagan have screwed over. But listen to this. This is amazing. It's like reading off a movie script that maybe she's probably producing for Netflix. Never know. But here's her trying to do the rag to riches story on her family.
You see, my mom, in her steady, quiet way, lived out that striving sense of hope every single day of her life. She believed that all children, all people have value, that anyone can succeed if given the opportunity. She and my father.
If only that message went over to the military industrial complex, when, they blow up villages filled with small kids where their body parts are thrown apart, or maybe the children in Gaza right now. Do those children matter? Do they have the hope and joy and sympathy that your mother told you? Don't they get a chance to live in a nice, healthy future? I guess not.
Didn't aspire to be wealthy. In fact, they were suspicious of folks who took more than they needed. They understood that it wasn't.
So what would your parents say now? What will your parents say to you and your family right now that you walked into office, you tripled your bank accounts because of helping all the donors and screwing over working class people, and then you bought all these massive properties in all these different areas across America, dancing around with celebrities, and have Netflix deals to produce movies and documentaries? What will your parents say now? Would they be suspicious of you? Would they be suspicious of the fact that you grew up to think that, you're not supposed to take more than what you're supposed to live in a working class society, the rags to riches story. Now all of a sudden, oh, now you're part of that problem. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And she's trying to sell it and bullshit the audience there to pretend that they still give a damn. Like the Obamas still give a damn. They never gave a damn when they were in office. So why the hell in 2024 do you expect people like me, like the regular Joes and Janes that are getting up every morning, cracking their backs to make a living so they can survive in this hellish nightmare? Why do you expect them to believe your bullshit? That's how I know this is all crap. All of this is crap. And I just cannot believe that there are people, and maybe I shouldn't believe, maybe I should just expect it. Because the people that attend these rallies, the people that go to these conventions are deep-hearted political tyrants and followers. They're cult followers. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care about policy. They don't care about how it's going to be enforced. They don't care about reputation. None of that matters. They don't even care that Kamala Harris never even got primaried. She never even got voted in. They had a process. They had a process. Like how monarchies have a process. Like how dictators have a process. I thought we're supposed to help democracy. We're fighting to save democracy from the orange buffoon. Anyway, let's see the rest of this.
Enough for their kids to thrive if everyone else around us was drowning. So my mother volunteered at the local school.
So that was dreadful. That was dreadful. And like I said, I couldn't even bear to sit through not even an hour of this, let alone 4 hours. It was just absolutely painful. Not to mention the fact that while they were doing this kind of rhetoric, 90% of what they said was about abortion. Because that's all they have right now. They don't have any policy. They don't have economic vision or a future or anything to give to any of you. All they have is that Trump is bad and we got to protect abortion. Not even pro-choice. Because if they were pro-choice, they would have to go after pharmaceuticals. They would have to go after and apologize to everyone there by saying, hey, remember those mandates we enforced and told you, and if you didn't go along with it, we're going to throw you in a cage? Yeah, I guess we should apologize for that. They're not going to. So that's why they're never pro-choice. They're not pro-choice. They're pro-abortion. But who the hell is pro-abortion? Abortion should be the last thing. The very, 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 very last thing. The very seldom thing that should happen in this country. But they're screaming at the top of the lungs like it's a vitriol, and that's the only thing they can run on. Because they are vapid, they are empty, they are worthless, and they will screw you 9 ways to Sunday and stab you in the back repeatedly while they watch your bloody corpse on the ground as a working class person to allow celebrities to almost mock you. Like, I feel, maybe it's just me. I feel like this is a mockery of the rag to riches story. Like, my mother knew about being working poor. My mother knew about, not taking excessive needs. My mother taught me well, but here I am, being a multimillionaire, living in my fancy home, and I pretend to give a damn to you. Well, they said back in 2020, and I thought I'd just say it again, when Joe Biden told his rich donors nothing would fundamentally change if he's elected, that is the full story of all these administrations, no matter who you vote for. That's like the guarantee of every politician, no matter who gets into office. This is like it's like the requirement to step into office is you have to tell the rich donors nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to help working class people. Nothing is going to change to help out, middle class Americans so we actually thrive this economy. It's all about you. You're, the spoiled brats, and we want to serve you. And whether it being Joe Biden, whether it being Kamala Harris, whether it being the Obamas, whether it be Clinton or George Bush, no matter who it is, it's dreadful that these conventions still want us to believe that they give a damn about working class people, even though they will never give a damn. They will never give a damn. It's all for show. It's all BS. It's all a big giant production. It's the carrot dangling in front of everyone's nose to think that, oh, we give a damn. That's why we're going to show this on prime time and people are going to watch and feel hopeful and joyful. We're electing joy. It's empty platitudes. They're voting the same way they voted Barack Obama. We want change. Okay, what is the change? We don't know. They want us to think that Kamala Harris is going to bring us joy. What joy? Are they going to bring us living wages? Are they going to end the wars? Are they going to fix the economy, fix inflation? Are they going to bring healthcare, education, anything? No. But you can get a good abortion. That's all they care about. That's all I've really heard. And that's just sad. Obviously, just detrimental to anyone that watched that.